श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिनी व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We are seeing these profound verses of Maneesha Panchakam, which is a masterpiece composition of the great Adi Shankaracharya. It is considered a Nididhyasanam Grantha. Nididhyasanam is a very contemplative Grantha and very suitable to meditate upon the vision of the Bhagavad Gita, especially. And since most of us have completed the Gita, this is a very ideal composition to study, so that we bridge the gap between Jnanam and Vijnanam. You know, the vision of Vedanta is very easy. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. But is it available to us at all times in every situation? No? And so such granthas and such meditations help us be grounded and anchored in this wisdom. So, you know, there is a background story which I narrated last Saturday. Let me quickly do a recap for new students. And as you know, Adi Shankaracharya has traveled the breadth and width of Bharat, you know, unifying all aspects and sects and paramparas in a very beautiful way. So at one time when he was in Kashi and living in the Manikarnika Ghat, then he would go down to the Ganga and take a bath and bring the Abhishekam Jalam and proceed to the Vishwanatha temple every day. So then one day as he was proceeding with a couple of Shishyas, so then the lanes being very narrow in Varanasi, a Chandala appears in the opposite direction. And then what to do now? And there is a freeze situation. So then Shankaracharya says, Gacha Gacha. Yeah? And Gacha Gacha in Sanskrit means move, you know, move. And that is, the Chandala should move to the side and Shankaracharya has to go through the passage. You know, that was the idea. Then we saw that at that moment, the Chandala, you know, poses two questions. Yeah, two questions to Shankaracharya. And we saw both of them last time. The first one was, Annamayad Annamayam Athava Chaitanyam Chaitanyat. You can chant. Annamayat, Annamayam, Dvijavara Duri Karthum Vanchasi, Kim Bruhi Gacha Gacha Iti, Annamayat, Annamayam Athava, Chaitanyam Eva Chaitanyat. Yeah. So this first question, what does the Chandala say? He says, hey, Dvijavara. Dvijavara can be a sannyasi or a brahmana, or as I told you, birds and reptiles are also called twice born. But obviously here, Adi Shankaracharya is addressed as, oh great one, Acharya. When you say Gacha Gacha, you know, you're saying move. No? What is your intention? Are you asking this physical body, Sthula Shariram, to move? That is the physical body of the Chandala to move away from your physical body. Yeah. But do you know the physical body is what? Panchabhautikam. Is the composition is the same. Both the bodies are made up of the 5 Panchamahabhutas and they're both Annamaya Koshas. Annamaya Kosha means modification of food. So, you know, what is the intention of asking one body to move from another body? Chandala's challenge to Adi Shankaracharya. This is the first question. Or he says, maybe your intention is that Chandala Atma should move away from the Brahmana Atma. Chaitanyam Eva. Which of the two did you mean when you said Gacha Gacha? Yeah? So, Dvijavara Duri Kartum Vanjasi. You desire to distance two entities. No? So, what is your intention? Yeah? And you can see that it is a highly intelligent Chandala. No? And so there are two interpretations. Either the Chandala is Swayam Vishwanatha, who has appeared in that form, yeah? Or why not a Chandala himself? You know, today a background does not deny anybody the knowledge. So a humble environment can also bless somebody with amazing Sanskrit knowledge and a vision. So that is the first question. So then we go to the second question. And in the second question, Chandala is giving 2 examples. No? And that we will see now. Okay. King Gangam Gunibimbitim Baramanao Chandala Vati Payaha पूरे चान्तरमस्ति काञ्चन घटी मृत्कुम्भयोर्वाम्बरे प्रत्यक्वस्तुनि निस्तरङ्ग सहजानन्दावबोधाम्बुधौ विप्रोऽयं श्वपचोऽयमित्यपि महान् कोऽयं विभेदभ्रमः So now the Chandala further clarifies his question. No? He says, King Gangan Buni Bimbite Ambara Manao Chandala Vati Payaha Pure. That is, the first example he says is, take the example of the sun. Sun is Ambaramani in this verse. Okay. So this Ambaramani, the jewel in the sky, which is the sun, which is reflected in the waters of Ganga. Gangambuni Bimbite Ambaramanam. That reflection, okay, it's a splendid reflection. No, we've all seen it. Or take the same sun and the reflection in Chandala Vati Payaha Pure in the ditch waters or the pool of, muddy waters in, the location of the Chandala. Okay. You got the first line? So the sun is, as you know, Surya is Ekaha. Surya is indivisible. Yeah. And Surya is Asangaha. Now, the appearance of the reflection, how will it appear? Little different, right? If the waters are steady, reflection is steady. Waters are cloudy and muddy, reflection is also cloudy. And if it's a small water body, small sun. Big water body, big sun, dimension will change. But does the sun or the light get affected? No. Asangaha. The sun or that all pervasive light we have to take. Prakashaha. Prakashaha is the same. Yeah. There is no difference. Yeah. Then the second example this Chandala gives is Kanchana Dhati Mrit Kumbha Yoho Ambare. Ambare means space. Yeah. So Kanchana Ghati is a golden pot. And Mrit Kumbha is Mud pot. Huh? Here I have two pots I got with me. This is more like a teacup and this is a pot. Huh? So the Chandala is asking the space inside two pots, are they different? Again, we will say they appear to be different. Yeah. The small pot, you will say small space. And the big pot, you will say big space. But look at it from the point of view of space itself. Is there a difference content-wise? No. Containers are different. Yeah, they may be precious stones and golden pot, or a humble mud pot. But space is space. There is no difference. So giving these two examples of light and reflected in any water body and the space enclosed by pots, these are two vadas, by the way, Shankaracharya explains, one is Pratibimba Vada, one is Avachitna Vada, which I will explain another time. And is there a difference between the two? No. So the Chandala is explaining Pratyak Vastuni with respect to Atma. Atma is Pratyak Vastu, Pratyak Atma, and that Atma is Nistarangaha. Nistarangaha means free from Taranga, waves. Yeah? Is there a male Atma, female Atma, Chandala Atma, Brahmin Atma, Indian Atma, American Atma? No. Nistaranga Atma. Atma is one. Like space is space. Light is light. There is no differentiation. Yeah. And that Atma is what? Sahaja Ananda Avabodha Ambudha. Ambudhi. Ambudhi means ocean. So that Atma is of the nature of fullness. Sahaja Ananda means pure Ananda. What does pure Ananda mean? Not experiential Ananda, but that is the nature of fullness. Completeness. That is the nature of Atma. Sat. And Avabodha. Avabodha is Chit. Chit means consciousness. Yeah. So right now, how am I talking? And how are all of us listening? Because the body and mind, are they not from matter? Yeah. So if they're matter, how can matter speak and talk and listen? So that ocean of Satchit Ananda has empowered the instruments. Okay. And that is the same in any continent, any part of the world, and there is no difference. No? Then the last line is Vipraha ayam Shvapachaha ayam iti api mahan kaha ayam vibheda brahmaha. So Chandala finishes his challenge and says that you seem to think that, I am a Shvapachaha. Who's a Shvapachaha? A dog eater. Quite an intense word. Shwan means dog, Pachati. So the one who is a non-vegetarian, okay? And Vipraha, Brahmanas will be very sattvic and vegetarians, right? So this is a Brahmana, so he has a right of way. And this Shvapachaha, he has to move to the side. Is that your secret intention? Vipraha ayam, Shvapachaha ayam, iti api mahan. Hey mahan, kaha api vibheda brahmaha. How come, you are making this distinction in the mind? What a profound prelude. So these two verses are put forth by the Chandala. No? Now, what is Shankaracharya's response? So, we see that, when an ordinary person, anyone challenges a guru, gurus are not going to be happy being challenged in front of their shishyas, right? But not so Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya is a Vidya Vinaya Sampannaha, and in all humility, he understands that this Shvapachaha, this Chandala, maybe Shiva or maybe a Chandala, has the complete vision of Vedanta. And so I bow down to this person, and he is my guru. Chandalostu satu dvijostu guru rityesha Maneesha mama. That's how the verses are going to end. So whether it is a Chandala, or a Brahmana, or a male or a female, that is the embodiment. That is the body. But look at the vision. The vision is pure and complete, and such a person is my guru. So that is what Shankaracharya is going to say. So then after hearing this, now begins the Maneesha Panchakam. So Maneesha Panchakam is a set of 5 verses which is composed by Adi Shankaracharya. So why, if it was Shiva, why did he challenge Adi Shankaracharya? So one answer may be Shankaracharya has the vision of Vedanta. No? But in a practical situation, is the knowledge that we gain through Shravanam and Mananam, is it available to us in a challenging situation when we get upset and irritable and angry? Not always. So how do we bridge it? By Nididhyasanam. So when we hear the vision, hearing the vision is only Jnanam stage. But from Jnanam, we have to go to Vijnanam. That is, really, can I perceive the Atma in a cat, in a dog, in a mosquito? Then how my Vyavahara will change? Yeah, that is the whole intention of studying such a Nididhyasanam Grantha. Now let us proceed to the first verse. With that introduction, the first verse starts with Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Ya Samvit Ujrimbate. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Ya Samvidujrimbate. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Ya Brahmadi Pipilikantatanushu Prota Jagat Sakshini. Ya Brahmadi Saivaham na cha drishya vastviti drida prajnapi yasyasti chet. Chandalostu satudvijostu gururityesha manisha mama. Saivaham na cha drishya vastviti drida prajnapi yasyasti chet. Chandalostu satudvijostu gururityesha manisha mama. Together, Jagrat Swapna Sushuptushi. Yeah. Let me split it. A lot of samasas, so not so easy. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sputatara Ya Samvit Ujrimbhate. You know, here the word for Chaitanyam is Samvit. And Samvit is a feminine Shabda. So look at that beautiful arrangement. Sometimes we say Soham, Saha is Purushaha is Chaitanyam, Chaitanyam is neuter, Bodhaha is masculine, but Samvit is feminine, right? That means Brahma, nature of supreme reality, is beyond linga, beyond gender. It is alingaha. Okay? So here, Samvit is Ya Samvit. You know, that Samvit or that Atma Tattvam, which what? Ujrimbate. Ujrimbate means shines, manifests. Yeah. Manifests Putatara very clearly, you know, splendidly it manifests. Yeah. And where does it manifest? Jagrat Sapna Sushuptishu. Yeah. Jagrat Sapna Sushuptishu. That is the three avasthas. Yeah. So right now we are all hopefully in the waking state. Then there will be a dream stage. Yeah. And then finally the most stage we look forward to, Sushupti. Deep sleep state, most relaxing. Okay. So in all the three, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushuptishu, clearly what is manifesting? Atma Tattvam, which is Samvid Ujrimbate. Okay. And it shines. Yeah. Now we may think, okay, consciousness is definitely empowering me in the waking state. Okay. And in the dream state also. But in deep sleep, consciousness is never switched off. In the deep sleep state, there is no vyavahara, no doubt. Mind is switched off. There is no world time, no family, no worries. But who is witnessing all this? Samved, this Atma Tattvam. It is witnessing the absence of experience. Yeah. Whereas in the dream, it is witnessing the dream experiences. And waking state, waking world. So Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti. Sushuptishu in all the three states for the Jiva, very clearly the supreme reality is shining. But can we see it? If we look within, is there a shining Atma within us? We will never find it because it is not an object. Yeah, it is not an object. Rather, it is that empowering principle by which I can see all of you. Sight is enabled, hearing is enabled. It is like electricity. Can we see electricity? No, but we do see bulbs glowing, motors running. Yeah. And so we see the manifestation, but not the source. Okay? So the first line is over. Then, Ya Brahmadi Pipili Kanta Tanushu. Tanu means a body. Okay? Now, where all is it manifest? This Atma Tattvam Samved in all the embodiments starting from Brahma up to Pipilika. Pipilika means an ant. So sometimes we find the expression Brahma Stamba Paryantam from Brahmadev, that is Hiranyagarbha, firstborn, up to Stamba. Stamba is a blade of grass or a microbe like an amoeba. Here it is Pipilika. That means what? In the 84 lakh species, which is also just a number, there are infinite, embodiments. Yeah. You see even in the beetle species, how many types of beetles are there? So infinite. And all of them, what? There is the shining. Shining means sentient, empowering Atma Tattva. Ya stands for Samvid. Ya Samvid. Very interesting, no? The feminine approach to Brahma. Ya Samvid, Ujrimbate shines in all the three states, waking, dreaming, deep sleep, in all the embodiments. You take a sparrow, you take the sun. Sun is also Devata. Brahmadi Pipilikanta Tanushu Prota. This Prota is a beautiful word which means woven. You take a piece of cloth. No? So you take a piece of cloth like this Angavastram. No? It is woven by the yarn. Right? So the yarn is the adhara for cloth. So too Brahma is as the woven prota into and has become the fabric of the entire Jagat with all the countless species. Okay? Yeah. Mundaka Upanishad, thank you. Otam Protam, Chitra Patanyaya, we saw that. Yeah. How there is, how Supreme Reality has embroidered the Jagat. We can say embroidered the sun, the moon, the jivas, and everything. So Prota. And what else is this Yasamrit? Jagat Sakshini. It is the Sakshi. It is the uninvolved witnessing awareness of not only at our level, individual level. Yeah. That is, there is something in us witnessing what? Witnessing my emotions. When I get angry, when I get upset, when I'm depressed, when I'm active, when I'm lazy, everything it witnesses. And it witnesses my ignorance and knowledge, my, dushkarmas and satkarmas. If I do dhanam, it's witnessing. If I commit a theft, it is witnessing. It will not say, not interfere and say, no, 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 don't do that. Or go ahead, yes, do it again. There is punya karma phalam for you. No. Atma Tattvam is Jagat Sakshi. And at the level of macro, samashti level, it is witnessing the prapanchas arriving and departing. You know, the causal state, the Hiranyagarbha state, and the Virat expanded stage. So all the three prapanchas, it is the Sakshi. Third line, Saivaham. Saivaham is to be split as Sa Eva Aham. Usually we are familiar with Soham, right? Saha Aham. Here we have a feminine equivalent. Sa Eva Aham. That is that she. Who is that she? Ya Samvid. Atma is denoted in a feminine approach, okay, by the word only. Yeah? So Ya Samvid Aham. I am indeed that. I am not a drishya vastu. I am not an object of experience. Yeah, drishya vastu means what? Like right now, we are all seeing each other's bodies, right? But we are not seeing each other's Atma. Atma is not drishya, it is drik. It is ever the seer. It is watching, witnessing, uninvolved. Yeah? Empowering everything. So, sa eva aham nacha drishya vastu iti. Then, drida prajna api yasya asti chit. This prajna means this knowledge. Yeah? Knowledge of what? Atma. Yeah, the self-knowledge, drida, when it is firm, yasya asti chet, for whoever who has gained this firm and clear understanding of Atma Tattvam, and the last line is Chandalostu satu dvijostu gururityeshama Maneesha mama. So Shankaracharya has composed the Maneesha Panchakam in praise of the Guru. He praises the Guru in all the 5 verses, or anybody who has this knowledge, and says, whoever has this vision of Atma, empowering Anatma, Drida Prajna api yasya asti chet, Chandalaha astu, Dvijaha astu, Guruhu iti esha mama Maneesha. That person is my Guru. Says who? Shankaracharya. Okay? And Mama Maneesha. Maneesha means Manasaha Ishaha. That means a firm conviction, firm understanding. No? And see, this is not so easy in the beginning. No, we all have an individuality. We have a relative identity, Vyavaharika, and we say, this is who I am. As I play my roles, I'm identified with what all my gender. I'm a human being, I'm a female, I'm a senior citizen, I belong to this Gotra, this Nakshatra, I'm Indian, yeah, I'm tall, short, dark, fair. It's endless. But here is somebody who has the Drida Prajna, that Sa Eva Aham. I am somebody. Okay? Saivaham. So this is a Mahavakya. You know, Tat Brahma Aham Asmi. Okay? Let's go to the second verse. Second one also unfolds the Mahavakya. You can all refer to the the link I have sent in the WhatsApp group if the print is not clear on the screen. Okay. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam. Chinmatra vistaritam. Sarvam chaitada vidyaya trigunaya. Shesham maya kalpitam. Ittam yasya dridamati sukhatare. Nitye pare nirmale. Chandalostu satudvijostu gururityesha Maneesha mama. Together. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam chinmatram visparitam sarvam chaitanya vidyaya vinaya shesham maya kalpitam itam yasya brahmati sudanare nitye pare nirmale yeah, so the first verse has talked about what Avastatraya Sakshi. Yeah? Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptimavaiti Nityam Pratasmarina Tat Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangaha. Fine. But that individual Atma consciousness, Samvit, is the same as universal consciousness. It is the Atma of the sun, the moon, the Asura, the plant, the mosquito. So that is the equation that was covered in the first verse. First, of course, we have to have a subtle mind to discover it in me. And then the vision expands. And now that is, second verse is talking about that. Brahma eva aham idam. Yeah, this is the Mahavakya. I am that Brahma, supreme reality. Then, idam jagatcha sakalam chinmatra vistaritam. And that Brahma, what is the nature? That Brahma is chinmatra vistaritam. That Brahma has appeared as the whole universe. Yeah? Chinmatra. So we are actually seeing consciousness appearing in various costumes. Yeah, the various bodies and minds are like costumes, are like, what do we say that? Veils, no? The veils, and there is a hidden, silent, shining Atma Tattvam behind all the embodiments. So a simple way to understand it is a familiar example of water and waves. There are countless millions of waves, right? Some are tsunami waves, some are breaker waves, some are small waves, no? Some is just a ripple. But the content of each and every wave is water. So water is like Samvit, the consciousness, which is the common core content of the entire universe. That is the first line. Brahma eva aham jagatcha sakalam chinmatra vistaritam. Yeah. So the Brahma has appeared as the vast universe of Namarupa. To go back to the pot example, a student of Vedanta will say, I don't see pot. I see only clay. Yeah, because pot is just the name for the form. But what is really there? Clay, right? So we can also say the universe of Namarupa, all these species that we see, the sparrows, the serpents, the snake, and everything, that is just Namarupa. Really, there is only Samvit, consciousness. Consciousness is appearing as the manifold forms. How does it appear? Maya, by the power of Maya. Just as water assumes the form of countless waves, so too that Brahma is the core content and appears as this Chinmatra Vistaritam Jagat. Second line. Then how did it appear? How does this appear? Sarvam cha etat avidyaya trigunaya ashesham maya kalpitam. Now, this is a very profound step. Jagat. No? Now, if we ask ourselves the question, is the Jagat real? Does it exist? Answer is yes and no. Very good. Yeah. We can see clearly advanced students are saying it's there, but it's not really there. What does that mean? Mithya. Okay. So now science, quantum physics. What does quantum physics tell us? You take this table or the wall, it looks stationary, right? But is it stationary? There is intense motion at the molecular level, atomic level. Take the earth right now, it looks very stable, right? But the earth is spinning. Or take an action movie, crime thriller. We see so much action, heroes and villains chasing each other. But really, they're all still frames projected at such a speed, 35, 40 frames per second. So we superimpose action upon non-action. Yeah. And non-action upon action. Yeah. So the Jagat is not what it appears to be. And this is what Shankaracharya says, Sarvam cha etat avidyaya trigunaya ashesham. Ashesham means without exception, maya kalpitam. That means where is the Jagat? The Jagat is in our mind. Yeah. This Jagat right now, right now we are 8, 9 people here in the room, in the hall. Yeah? This Jagat or one situation will be experienced in 9 different ways by each of the minds. Right? Yeah? And that is because of avidyaya. Shankaracharya says, avidyaya. So, maya kalpitam. The world is a projection of my mind, of every mind. How? Avidyaya. Because of self-ignorance. How? Because I have forgotten the nature of Atma Swarupa. And so I have identified with my body and mind, sense organs, right from birth onwards. And once I'm identified, then I take Anatma body to be me. And then whoever is connected with Anatma body is my husband, my wife, my children. And then my situation, my raga dveshas, what I like I pursue, what I don't like I avoid. And the whole samsara vriksha has come about. And the root is avidya. That's the second line. Sarvam cha etat avidyaya trigunaya. And that avidya is the Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti is trigunatmika, right? We know that. So the Maya Shakti will project the world. If I find the world very crazy and very stupid and all, it's because the mind is reflecting that kind of world. Whereas for a jnani, the world is very beautiful. The world is not chaotic at all. And everything is perfect in a jnani's mind alone. There is no chaos. Because maya kalpitam, as is the mind. How is my mind? How is my observation? That will be the world I am creating. Okay? Now, coming back to that question, is the world real? We all said yes and no. There is a reality, right? I have a name, given to this form, yeah, and then I perform the roles, yeah. So for role playing, we do need a transactional identity, but here we're speaking of the paramarthika identity. Sa eva aham. Yeah. Then again, coming back to the world, when I go to sleep every night, where is the Swamini Sumatmananda? Vanished. There is no husband, wife, world, time, space, children, toothache, profession, no chandala, no brahmana, nothing. And we very nicely, we drop everything and go to sleep and we relax, and then Maya wakes us up again in the morning and we resume our karma for where we stopped. No? And that shows, what does it show? The world is dependent on my mind, Maya kalpitam. Next day in the Jagrata Avastha, again the world starts and I continue. Then in the dream state, there is a different world, dream experiences. So it's all Maya kalpitam. Maya kalpitam, we can say. Maya means by my mind, and mind is Maya, power of Maya, and that is how the world appears. Okay. Third line, Itham yasya drida matihi sukhatare nitye pare nirmale. Itham, in this manner, what? In this manner, yasya, for whom the matihi means the mind or the knowledge is drida. So if this knowledge, if this perception, what is the perception? Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. That's all. And that is, this Jagat is Mithya. Should I give absolute reality to the Jagat? I better not. Because Jagat is changing all the time. I have to accept the fact that the Jagat is Nama Rupa Kriyatmakam, changing all the time. And then the more I understand Aham Brahma Satyam, then Ittam Yasya Drida Matihi, for whom this kind of understanding is Drida, is firm and clear. And what kind of mati is that? Sukhatare Nitye Pare Nirmale. That I am indeed the Brahman, which is Nirmala, pure. Pure means what? Not subject to time, not subject to papa punyam, not subject to cause and effect. It is not touched by anything. Then Nityam, same meaning. Nityam is eternal. Yeah. And Sukhatare. Sukhatare is of the nature of fullness. Yeah? Fullness is Purnatva. Purnatva. Yeah. So the one who has understood this, no? For whom this vision of Brahma is very firm, who abides in this vision. What does Shankaracharya say? Same line. Chandalaha astu, Dujaha astu. No? Saha Guruhu iti esha mama Maneesha. My conviction, my Maneesha. Maneesha means well a certain conclusion. Yeah? That is a very firm understanding. So I am clear that whoever has this vision is my Guru. Shankaracharya talking about this. And Chandalaha or Dvijaha. Okay? Yeah, Dvijaha means twice born. Huh. Twice born referring to Acharya, Shankaracharya. Okay. So that was the second verse here, showing the temporary status of this Jagat. Yeah? And how much reality do I attribute to the Jagat? Yeah? And now let's go to the third verse, which explains, how this Jagat is constantly changing. Shashvanashwaramev Vishwamakhilam Nishchitya Vacha Guroho Nityam Brahma Nirantaram Vimrashata Nirvyaja Shantatmana Bhutam Bhavi Cha Dushkritam Pradahata Samvinmaye Pavake Prarabdhaya Samarpitam Swavapuhu Ityesha Maneesha Mama. Together. Shashvanashman In the third verse, Shankaracharya is saying, how did one obtain this vision? Shashvan Nashwaram Eva Vishwam Akhilam. Akhilam Vishwam means this entire Jagat. This entire Jagat is what? Shashvat. Shashvat means temporary, impermanent. Yeah, same meaning. Shashvan and then Nashwaram. Similar name. Nashwaram means perishable. Perishable. And the interesting word Jagat No, Jagat, etymologically, when we analyze, the J stands for Jayate, G for Gachati. Jayate Gachati iti Jagat. Yeah, that is, Swamiji will say, born is gone. Then you take is gone, born again. Then gone, born is. Yeah. So avyaktam becomes vyaktam, vyaktam becomes avyaktam. There is a constant cycle of change. Yeah. So here, Acharya says this entire world, you know, even Prithvi, compared to our life, the life span of Prithvi Mata or Dhruva Nakshatra or the sun may be appearing eternal, but even they, at the end of a kalpa, will be withdrawn at Pralaya Kala into the causal state. So that is meant here. That Akhilam Jagat is Shashvan, is momentary, and it is Nashwaram. So even the sun, every morning we watch the sunrise, the sun is not the same, and neither are we. The one who's watching the sunrise or sunset has also changed. Doctors tell us trillions of cells are being, revived in the body every day. Skin is aging, more white hairs will appear. Shashvan Nashwaram Jagat. Yeah? It is fluctuating, it is perishable. Then Nishchitya Vacha Guroho. Nishchitya means having ascertained well, having understood this well, this nature of the mithyatvam of the Jagat. That is, I cannot hold on to anything and call it permanent in the Jagat, can I? Depending on a relationship for emotional, support, and that will, again, it'll become, it's like a crutch. So that is what Vedanta is saying, that whatever you hold on to, that is slipping away from us, except Brahma Satyam. That is the stable ground. The core content is the only permanent vastu in this entire Jagat. So Shashvam, Nashwaram eva Vishwam Akhilam. And Nishchitya, how did I ascertain this? Vacha Guroho, by the words of the Guru. That is, having done Shravanam and Mananam, guided by a Sadguru alone, I have understood this. Remember, Shankaracharya is blessed by his Guru, Govinda Padacharya, and he has come to this level. Then Nityam Brahma Nirantaram Vimrishata Nirvyaja Shantatmana. That is Nirantaram, always Vimrishata, the one who is inquiring. That is, there is a healthy jijnasa, there is a constant meditativeness, contemplativeness on the Nityam Brahma Vastu. By who? Nirvyaja Shantatmana. Shantatmana means by the one who has a calm mind. So Atma, there is the mind, not Samvid Atma. Okay. So Shantatmana, by a pure and calm mind. Pure is Nirvyaja. See, Vyaja means to be deceptive or cunning. So if there is some, a manipulative Rajasic mind, they cannot meditate on such a profound tattvam, Brahma Satyam, Jaganmithya. So Nirvyaja Shantatmana, the one who, constantly meditates with a calm and pure mind on Brahma Satyam and the impermanent nature of Jagat, yeah, then what happens to that person? Bhutam bhavicha dushkritam pradahata samvinmaye pavake. That is the past. Past means past karmas. Bhavi, future karmas. Dushkritam is the karma phalam. Yeah, karma phalam is what? Pradahata, burnt. How did we get burned? Samvinmaye pavake. Pavaka means the fire. And Samvinmaye means in the fire of knowledge. Yeah. So the fire of knowledge has burnt away the infinite Sanchita store of karma and the future karmas. Most of you know the three karmas, but allow me to talk about it for the new students. The three karmas are, we're all born with. One is, right now, prarabdha karma, prak arabdha. So the karma that has already begun at the birth is called prarabdha karma. Then the prarabdha karma is one chunk from the infinite sanchita store. Sanchita means samyak chitam, very well accumulated karmas over infinite lifetimes. We don't know how many lives before, so we say infinite. So there are all the combinations, not only of a human sharira, but any birth is possible from that infinite sanchita. Then, as we are experiencing the prarabdha karma right now, so as we go through the prarabdha karma, there is the possibility of gaining fresh karma. If I do not have the karma yoga attitude, if I'm again avidya, out of self-ignorance, I take myself to be karta. I have done this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that and enjoy this. Then I'm creating future karma, and that is called agami. So the third line says, the one who has gained the self-knowledge, the sanchita karma and the agami karma is no more there. It is burnt. How is it burnt? You can say, because there is no karta bhokta ahankara. The one who's gained self-knowledge is not identified with the ahankara. This is me, this is what I will do. No me, no mine, this is not me. So then this expanded state of the mind who has understood Brahma Satyam Jagam Mithya, the karma, backlog is all burnt. Then the question comes, what about the prarabdha karma? That is not burnt. Imagine if the prarabdha karma also gets burnt, then we will never get a live guru. The guru will disappear. Once self-knowledge is gained, the guru has become ashes or whatever. Does not happen. So prarabdha karma is like an arrow which is shot. The arrow is moving already, and slowly what happens, it will exhaust its momentum and then drop. And that is what happens. The jnani will just wait for the sharira yatra to complete. But the other two are burnt. Jnanagi datta karmana. We saw in the Gita also. So that is explained in the fourth line. Prarabdhaya samarpitam svavapuhu. Svavapuhu means one's own body. That is this janma. What does the jnani do? Samarpitam. Surrenders to the flow of prarabdha. Whatever is the prarabdha, knowledge has been gained. There is a clear vision, and there is no more avidya identification with anatma bodies. So then, surrendered. So the body will go through its balance karma for this janma, and then it's over. So prarabdhaya samarpitam svavapuhu iti esha manisha mama. Yeah? This is my firm conviction. So you see, only the jnani can be totally surrendered. Yeah, surrendered to the prarabdha karma. Yeah? We see this in so many jnanis, like Ramana Maharshi got the throat cancer. This is exactly what he said at the end. He said, I'm not going to treat it. It is prarabdha. It is exhausting itself. Let it exhaust. Ramakrishna also, cancer. And because they're so blissed out, they are in that elevated state of Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. So even the body, the disease and treatment, everything is part of the world. And the world is, given a Mithya status. And why should I bother about it too much? Now, this does not mean that we don't do anything about, the prarabdha karma. Many people ask this question, if there is domestic violence, should I just put up with it, in my prarabdha? Purushartha choice is always there for the jivas, yeah? But you should be ready to face those consequences. If you want to put up and allow the prarabdha to exhaust in the miserable situation, go ahead. But if you can bring about a change, why not? You do that, but be prepared for the different life, But the jnanis will not take much action. They will just sit and contemplate and be done. Last janma, let me get over with the prarabdha karma. So that's the idea here. Third one. I think we'll stop here and we will do the 2 verses in the next session, the balance 2 verses, because they're quite intense. You have to spend some time with all this. And we will just chant these 3 verses maybe one more time. Not the introductory, the 3 verses, so that the meaning somewhat sinks in deeper. Jagrat Swapna, together. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Yasam Saivaham na cha drishyavasviti dhrida prajnapi yasyasti chet Chandalostu satutvijostu gururithishamani shamama Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam chinmatra vistaritam Sarvam chaitadavidyaya trigunaya shvisham maya kalpitam Ittam Nirmale Chandalostu satutvijostu Shamama Shashranashrayameva Vishwamakilam Nishchitya cha guroho Nityam Brahma Nirantara Vishata Nirvyaja Shantatmana Bhutam Bhavi cha dushkritam kridahata Samvinmage bhavate Pradhanaya samarpita